Hey guys, it's Mike. In this video, I want to give you my 7-step system, which you can implement into your business today to get you closer to 10 plus K per month as a locksmith. Honestly, the great thing about the system is that it's applicable to most businesses. As long as you follow along and implement the steps correctly, you should see a positive ROI. So, without wasting any more of your precious time, let's dive right in. The first step in the system, and one of the most important ones, is lead generation. A lot of people are still relying on the old traditional ways of like waiting for referrals or creating listings on Craigslist. Our system focuses on PPC models, which means we pay for every single lead that we get. And we buy these leads on platforms like Google, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, nowadays, it's important that you have Google Maps ranking set up and you have Google Guarantee running along with your ads. And I want to give you a pro tip whenever you're running ads. It's very important that you know your KPIs, right? Like your CPL, which is cost per lead, your CPA, which is cost per acquisition, and a few other metrics. You must know how to interpret these metrics in order for you to be able to scale efficiently and profitably. The second most important step in the system is the phone calls. Bro, like so many times I hear guys taking like 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes to call back a customer. As soon as you get a call, you must answer right away. And if not, you got to call back in 2 to 3 minutes max. Also, you should log in your leads into the CRM immediately. You should have an automation workflow set up for this. And here's another pro tip. If you lose the call, you're most likely going to miss the job because 80% of people, they just keep calling down the list. And for that reason, that's why you should have call tracking enabled in your CRM. Also, you should have a backup answering service. Now, when you're on the call, you must qualify the leads. Like, honestly, man, like enough driving around, giving out free estimates to people who are not even qualified and weren't going to spend with you anyway. Stop wasting gas on dead-end calls. Pre-qualify with questions or charge a small estimate fee. And a few qualifying questions which you can ask your leads are, have you gotten other quotes? How soon are you looking to start? And if you built up good rapport, you can ask them, what is your budget range? Finally, you made it to site. Now it's about establishing credibility and trust. We do this by building rapport before we ever talk about price and by using the 2C method. In my last video, I went into more detail on the 2C method, but in case you didn't watch it, basically the first C stands for giving your lead a compliment. The second C stands for finding something in common with your lead. And again, this works because people buy an emotion and justify with logic. The more connected they feel to you, the more trust you've established, the more they feel like you guys are friends, the easier the sale becomes. Unfortunately, because the nature of this business, a lot of the jobs are one and done. And so for that reason, you have to be first purchase profitable. And so the way you do that is by treating every single job as an upsell opportunity. Also, jobs that are non-emergency, where you're going to give out an estimate, you have to follow up. That's where the sales usually happen. And here's another pro tip. The easiest way for you to make more money tomorrow is by simply charging more. Okay, so your average ticket sale should be at least $300 because the lower the CPA and the higher the AOV, the more that you can spend to acquire a customer. Now, the second step is to close and do the job. So it's important that you use the price anchoring model to increase your AOV. Also, you got to accept all forms of payment methods, right? Like you don't want to lose on a job because you weren't accepting credit cards. Having a lot of positive Google reviews for your business is very, very important because Google reviews actually help lower your CPL over time and helps reduce friction in the buying process by establishing credibility and trust. Again, it's very important that you log in all the information and the data into your CRM. So this is the final section in the system. This section actually most businesses skip out on. And so they have a very hard time scaling and being profitable. The whole point of this section is to maximize the customer lifetime value. We do this by running a retention campaign, which incentivizes past customers to refer our services. And those will be the cheapest customers that you will get. You want to have SMS flows, email sequences, seasonal check-ins, rekey reminders. You should also be cross-selling and upselling other services. Because remember, it's always cheaper to sell to your existing customer than it is to go out and prospect for a new one. And so for that reason, a CRM is your most valuable business asset. So there you go, bro. That was the 7-step SOP for getting to 10 plus K per month. This system is actively being used by locksmith businesses doing 100 plus K per month. All of this and much more, including templates, scripts, funnels, automations, all of that can be found in Locksmith Academy. Additionally, if you feel like you're stuck and you need help, feel free to reach out to me for a one-on-one coaching call. And until next time, guys, stay closing.